Not too long ago, I spoke at a conference on email marketing. A portion of my discussion was around sign-up forms and how to acquire an audience. After my talk, I've had numerous people come up to me and ask me about how they can grow their list with very little money. We're going to discuss some ways that you can add subscribers to your email marketing lists that cost little to no money. First, let's talk about social media. When it comes to social media, Facebook is a really great way for you to attract an audience and convert them into email newsletter subscribers. Facebook groups are very popular these days. A lot of people love to go into groups and talk, whether it be about marketing or growing plants. What you can do is start your own Facebook group if you don't have one already, or you can just participate in conversations within other Facebook groups. Be careful because you don't want to sell in all your posts to groups. In other words, nurture people to learn more about you, be inquisitive, go back to your Facebook page and maybe even your website and sign up for your newsletter. As Gary Vaynerchuk puts it, jab, jab, right hook. Offer value, ask for a sign up or ask them to visit your website. If it's your own group, make sure you're putting valuable information out there and letting other people talk. And every now and then you can mention that you have a newsletter and allow people to sign up. Next, we have Instagram. Instagram is a very popular social media channel right now. What you can do is use Instagram to help drive people back to your website, or at least your bio, then your website, to sign up for your newsletter. I'd like to talk about a service called Linktree. By signing up for Linktree, you're able to have numerous links that go to different areas of your website or anywhere you want. By default, you're only allowed to have one link in your Instagram bio. And normally people put a link back to their website. At times, they'll change that often depending on a certain post they may have. Maybe they're promoting a certain blog post. And what they'll do is they'll change the link to that blog post. With Linktree, what you can do is have a Linktree link, and it might be Linktree/Hank Hoffmeyer, and people can go to that link from your bio, and then there'll be a link to my blog, a link to my website, a link to my book, and any other properties that I'd like to link to. Try it out, I think it's helpful. Also, what you want to do is make sure you're using hashtags, 5 to 20 hashtags per post. What you could do is post on Instagram, right after go into the comments and put a bunch of hashtags that are relevant to your post. You'll find that you'll get more traction and obtain more views, and possibly comments and likes on your post. And every now and then when you post, you can ask people to sign up for your newsletter. Let them know you have one. It's also important to search for hashtags. Use the Discover feature and search for hashtags that might relate to your target market. And go ahead and comment on people's posts and let them know that you would like them to sign up for your newsletter. You can also follow hashtags now in your feed. What you can do is go find some hashtags and follow it. This way it comes up in your normal feed. Again, try to use Instagram to your benefit. Next, Twitter's not dead. Even though a lot of people may not use it as much as Facebook or Instagram, Twitter is still a good channel. Especially for B2B type companies, a lot of people like to go to Twitter to find relevant articles and information that might help them grow as a person or grow their business and become more informed. B2C, there's still a little bit of consumption on Twitter, but go out and again use hashtags and post relevant articles maybe from your blog, and more importantly, you want to have a sign-up form on your blog when you drive people back to your blog to entice them to sign up for your newsletter. With Pinterest, what you can do is post a pin on Pinterest, and you can actually link that back to a landing page or your website that has a sign-up form. LinkedIn groups are almost as powerful as Facebook groups. What you could do is post to LinkedIn groups or create your own. Try to get some traction there. That'll probably be a little more B2B, but it's still worth having. It's important to have a LinkedIn company page. This way people can go and learn about you, and you can link back to a form and also highlight your products and services. Don't sleep on YouTube. Create some content, have a YouTube channel, and just put some videos out every now and then. It doesn't have to be high quality. Use whatever camera you have, whatever microphone you have, or the built-in microphone in your cell phone. And what you want to do is just post, right? Don't worry about the quality of it. Worry about the quantity. People are going to listen to your message more than they're going to listen to or look at the quality of what you're putting out. Why would you want to use YouTube? Because at the end of every video, you can have something called a call out. And from there, what you'd want to do is have a little box, and it can be watch my next video, it can be subscribe to my channel, or maybe it'll be a link back to your website to obtain that newsletter sign up. Play around with it and see which one might work best for you, whether it's getting people to consume more of your content and you just talk about your newsletter, or if it's actually physically clicking a link to go back to your website. Last but not least, on social, I want to talk about influencers. With influencers, you're able to get your brand name in front of other people. What an influencer is someone that has a lot of following or a lot of followers, or they're very popular on social media channels, maybe Instagram. And what you could do is you either pay them or you barter with them to promote your product, service, or just your brand. I want to say that I've heard that influencer marketing right now is kind of like the Wild West. It's not really that saturated, it's not really organized, but I think we're kind of getting into the golden age of influencer marketing. It's really a good time to start doing that. Find some people that maybe have a good following that align with your brand and work with them to help promote your product, services, and drive people back to your website for that newsletter sign up. Let's move over to the web and blog. It's important these days to have a blog and just put some information on there that might help people that are in your audience and help them learn about you, your product, your services, but more importantly, something that's going to help them grow in their career or help their business grow. And on your blog, what you want to do is have a sign-up form, and especially at the bottom maybe of each blog post, what you'll do is have a call to action to sign up for your newsletter. Say something like, did you like this article? Don't miss out. Sign up for a newsletter to know when our next article comes out. You can also do guest blogging. Once you become good at writing, you can reach out to publications, websites that are in your niche or in your industry and ask them if you can write articles for them. Help provide value to their audience, and in turn you'll have links back to your website or your bio. Webinars are an awesome way to develop leads, and you can also mention your newsletter and follow up with people that attend webinars so that you can get them to sign up for your newsletter. There are a lot of helpful resources out there on how to start and facilitate webinars. If you haven't done any already, I encourage you to do so. Also, sponsorships. You can sponsor a webinar. Maybe somebody is having a webinar that aligns with your business. What you can do is ask to sponsor that webinar. Maybe provide some free product or service and ask to be mentioned, or pay them to say sponsored by your company. You can also sponsor Facebook Lives for well-known organizations. You can sponsor blog posts maybe, or sponsor somebody's blog. Podcasts as well. I don't have that up here, but what you could do is sponsor a podcast. Somebody that might have a decently popular podcast. What you can do is ask to have them mention your name. And videos, maybe somebody has a YouTube channel. You could sponsor that channel or sponsor a video on that channel. When it comes to pay per click, I know that's a paid option for list growth. But what you could do is do some pay-per-click ads to drive traffic back to your website to get signups for your newsletter. But every now and then, Facebook and Google will offer free coupons for advertising. Especially Google, what they'll do is if you sign up for an account, if you don't have one now, for Google AdWords, what they'll do is they'll send you a coupon if you don't start advertising right away, maybe at least $100. Same thing with Facebook. Every now and then they'll let you advertise for free, or if you spend a certain amount of money, they'll give you a certain amount of money. Try it. You might be surprised with the results. QR codes, you might think they're dead or maybe never heard of them, but a QR code is a special symbol that can go on print media or on a website, and people can take their smartphone, scan it, and go back to a website. You can use that on some of your print materials, you can use it on your website, you can use it in your email newsletter, on your blog, to basically drive them back to different properties you may have, your blog, your website, your newsletter, whatever. Make sure you try QR codes because I feel that they are not dead. Let's move over to some other items I have here. You can use your email signature and link back to your website and lead back to a landing page that has a sign-up form, or let people know about your newsletter. If you sell products and you ship products out, make sure that you mention on your packing slip that you have a newsletter and encourage them to sign up. That is a great way to use a QR code, is on your packing slip. Thank you emails, or thank you for your order, or shipping notification. You can again use QR codes. You can use links back to your newsletter. Receipts, if you are a brick and mortar location and you give receipts out, most point of sale purchase software or platforms allow you to customize your receipt. I went to a restaurant once and bought a meal, and I got my receipt, and at the bottom it says you can customize this receipt to say what you want it to. I think that was a huge fail. What they could do is put their social media channels, or better yet, tell them about your awesome newsletter. You can also find partners. These might be people that sell products or offer services that kind of complement what you do. These are just some ways that you can organically grow your email marketing list. There probably are many more, but I wanted to make sure I covered some to help you grow your list. Now go out and try some of these items out so that you grow, expand, and nurture for more sales. For more resources and helpful blog articles, go to iContact.com.